I am at a very young age. I've just had a thing for filming myself and recording me in my moments, and specifically me, you know, which is crazy because I love people and it's all about the people. But like when I was younger, it was just kind of a lot about me. You know, I think as I've grown up, I've become more selfless. But when I was younger, it was just very much I wanted to see myself in front of the camera, and I wanted to talk. I wanted to do the speech. I wanted to play the main role, and I always wanted to be an actress. You know, and I like looking at myself when I speak, and I like watching it over. I don't know why, but I do. So I was a dreamer, and I guess I had my Mac computer, and this was moments where I wasn't a photographer, and this is the direct to me. This is like what's in my soul now, what's coming out now in 2020. Being a director, you know, being in Hollywood, like was a dream for me.
Yeah.
Being in New York, filming, having my photos, like having my movies in the cinema was a dream for me. I've got like my end of year book where everyone's like, I can't wait to see your movies. Like I can't wait till the day like we come and watch a film. And that's like still a dream of mine, as much as I'm a photographer, and that's what I'm kind of focusing on now. Like I see the director in me coming out. So I guess I would film. Oh shit, my bad. I guess I would film myself just venting, you know, and being annoyed and kind of speaking, because I would never say that to my parents, you know. So it's kind of crazy because in that video they're like asleep in that room, you know, and they've never known about these videos to exist until they saw this short. And I never actually vocalized to them how much I needed this dream because it was just so unrealistic for them. Never for me, but for them, you know, and they can admit that. My mum's really supportive, the most supportive person ever right now. But when I was younger, it was very hard to hear that your daughter wants to be like a filmmaker.
It's different.
You know? Yeah. It's different, especially from my background.
Yeah.
So I would vent a lot to myself because I didn't have anyone to do that to. My friends were not creative. The people around me didn't dream that big. It was just me. I was the weird one.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure.
And I'd wake up every day, look at my sister and be like, everything's possible. People fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how can they not dream? You know, I have a very crazy, magical relationship with her. And that kind of became powerful when I was like 16, 17. So those videos are an indication of like her impact on me, you know? And that to that point where I was like, I'm going to give you everything. There's no choice.
Yeah.
Nothing. And then those videos started happening, and there's actually hundreds and hundreds of videos of footage of me. I just had to pick the right ones to kind of go with the structure and the message I wanted to portray. And then obviously when I was in LA and New York, I filmed a bunch, and my intentions were to make something over a couple of years. I just didn't know it would be now. I didn't know, and I'd never planned the date where I was gonna make it. It was just like, I'm gonna make something one day.
So you knew it was coming.
Yeah, I did.
You knew
I was so unsatisfied with taking photos. I was so unsatisfied with my clients. Didn't have a good end to my year. I needed to create something.
Yeah.
I really needed to. I was anxious.
Just put something out.
I needed to.
Yeah.
Something that was me.
It's dope.
Yeah, something that was me. Something that was so honest and that I couldn't even change and edit because, like, that's what I was. And, like, I'm not afraid to show you 17 me or 20-year-old me, 21-year-old me, 22-year-old me.
You're just documenting the process. I love that. Yeah, it's a fucking
and it
process.
made sense and it was beautiful.
Vulnerable.
And I cried so many times editing it, and it was good for me. It was therapy. Yeah. That was my therapy.
That's what's up.
That was my yoga.
Yeah,
that was my gym session.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, when you create, that's how you feel. Like that's your shit.
I worked hard on that video, really hard. I smashed it out. I didn't go out, didn't speak to anyone. Like, I smashed it out.
Good shit.
Just in my room, finishing it. And it gave me so much love. Someone asked me that the other day. I'd say, like, in hours, I want to say, like, 48. Like, I'd say it was, like, if I sat there for 2 days, it would have been that. Because I'd have moments where I'd work on it for 5, the next day, like, another 5, and then I'd give myself a break, and then, like, another editing, 2 hours. And then I'd be like, fuck this shit, and give myself, like, 3 days. And then I'd come back and I'd work on it again. And, you know, I didn't show it to anyone, really, until it was done. I didn't want to ask for anyone's advice, because that was my thing. I wasn't like, should I change this? What do you think I should do? Like, I waited till it was done, you know? And then I kind of showed people. I did change, like, 1 or 2 things. But I think I made something really, Like, that's my legacy. And I'm really happy with that being left behind when I'm gone. Really happy. Super happy.
I love it.
My favorite creation to date over any of my photos.
Anything, really.
Over anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what's made me fall in love with directing and wanting to pursue it more and writing.
I enjoyed it.